Getting a US visa is not the finish line. In fact, for many people, that's just the beginning of the scrutiny. A lot of Nigerians believe once your visa is stamped, you are free to travel anywhere within the validity period. But what if I told you that even after approval, you are still being watched, checked, and evaluated? Yes, continuously. Today we are breaking down a very important statement from US immigration authorities. All visa applicants are continuously vetted from application to after approval. What does that really mean? Should you be worried? And how does this affect Nigerians planning to travel, study, or relocate to the United States? Let's get into it. First, let's simplify this. Continuous vetting means the US government does not stop checking your background once you submit your visa application or even after your visa is approved. There are three main stages. The first one is before approval. That's the application stage. The second one is during processing. That's adjudication stage. And the third one is after approval, validity period. So whether you are applying for a student visa, tourist visa, work visa, or even a diplomatic visa, this rule applies to everyone, no exceptions. At the application stage, this is where most people think the main checking happens. You fill out your DS-160 form, submit documents, and attend an interview. At this point, US authorities check your identity, travel history, financial record, purpose of travel, ties to your home country, possible security risks. They also run your information through multiple databases, including criminal records, immigration violation records, terrorism watch list. For Nigerians, this stage is very critical because the US Embassy often looks closely at proof of funds, genuine intent to return, consistency in your story. Any mismatch can lead to denial under section 214 subsection B. Stage 2, during adjudication. Now this is where your visa decision is actually made. But here is something many people don't know. Your case can still be under review even after your interview. This is called administrative processing. If your application raises any concerns, the consular officer may request more documents, conduct deeper background checks, delay your visa decision. This can take days, weeks, or even months. And yes, many Nigerians have experienced this. Then stage 3, after visa approval, most important part. This is the part that shocks people. Even after your visa is approved and stamped in your passport, you are still being vetted. Let me say that again. Approval does not mean permanent clearance. During the entire validity period of your visa, your records can still be reviewed, your activities can be reassessed, new information about you can affect your eligibility. This means your visa can actually be revoked, cancelled, or you can be denied entry at the airport. Let's talk about real life scenarios that can trigger post-approval checks. Let's bring it home. Here are some situations that can affect you after getting a US visa. The first one is changing your circumstances. If your situation changes significantly, it can raise red flags. For example, you said you are a student, but now you are unemployed. You claim strong ties to Nigeria, but you suddenly relocate elsewhere. The second thing is criminal activity. If you are involved in any criminal case after your visa is issued, even outside the US, it can affect your visa status. The third one is immigration violations. If you have previously overstayed in another country or violated visa rules elsewhere, and this information comes up later, it can impact you. The fourth one is security concerns. The US continuously updates its security systems. If your name appears in any new database or investigation, your visa may be reviewed. And the fifth one is social media activity. Yes, this one is real. The US has expanded its monitoring of publicly available information, including social media. If your online presence raises concerns about security threats, fraud, misrepresentation, it can affect your visa. Can your visa be cancelled without notice? Short answer is yes. The US government has the authority to revoke a visa at any time. Sometimes you may receive an email, other times you may not know until you get to the airport. And in some cases, airlines are notified not to allow you board. Even with a valid visa, the final decision is made by Customs and Border Protection, CBP officers at the US port of entry. This means your visa does not guarantee entry. You can still be questioned. You can still be denied entry. This is why some people say the visa gets you on the plane, but not in the US. Now, let's be honest, this level of scrutiny is not random. The US introduced continuous vetting to improve national security, prevent visa fraud, track changing risk factors, ensure only eligible individuals enter and remain compliant. After global security concerns and immigration challenges, the US tightened its system significantly. For Nigerians, this has very practical implications. You need to understand that your behavior matters before and after getting your visa. Your documentation must always be truthful. Your online presence should be clean and consistent. Your travel purpose should remain genuine. This is especially important because Nigeria is considered a high volume visa application country, so scrutiny tends to be higher. Now let's look at practical tips to stay safe. Let's make this actionable. Here's how to protect yourself. Be consistent. Everything you say in your application should match your real life situation. Avoid misrepresentation. Don't submit fake documents or exaggerated claims. Maintain clean records. Avoid any legal or immigration issues. Be careful online. Think twice before posting anything controversial or misleading. Stick to your visa term. If you have a tourist visa, don't try to work illegally. Let's clear some myths. Once I get my visa, I'm safe forever. That's not true. They only check during the interview. That is false. If something changes, it doesn't matter. It absolutely does. The US visa system is not just about approval. It's about continuous eligibility. Think of it like this. Getting the visa is one step. Keeping your eligibility is the real journey. For Nigerians planning to travel, study, or relocate, understanding this can save you from, airport embarrassment, visa cancellation, future travel bans. Have you ever heard of someone whose visa was cancelled, after approval, or have you, experienced extra questioning at the airport? Share your experience in the comments. Your story might help someone else avoid mistakes. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video with someone planning to travel to the US. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.